Now let us do in the past tense, changing from active voice to passive voice. D, past tense. Past tense. Couple of sentences in that. Changing from active voice to passive. Active to passive voice. A few sentences to go over what we already done to remember. Okay, the first sentence I have here is, the teacher punished all the pupils. That's active. The teacher punished all the pupils. So in the past tense, it will be all the pupils were punished by the teacher. Okay? So the teacher punished. The teacher punished all the pupils. All the pupils. Not one, all the pupils. And that is in the active. Now when you change it in the passive, it becomes all the pupils were, what will it be? All. All the pupils. All the pupils were punished. Were punished by. Were punished by the teacher. By the teacher. We are looking at the past tense. All the students, all the pupils were punished by the teacher. The first is active, and then we are changing into passive. This is active. Active voice, and we have changed to the passive in the next sentence. We are looking at the present tense, the past tense, changing from active to passive. The teacher punished all the pupils. That's active, and we are changing in the present tense. All the pupils were punished by the teacher. Now let's take another sentence. Our team won the match. What's the second sentence? Our team won the match. Won the match. That is the active. Our team won the match. So that is active voice. Now we are going to change it in the past tense. So what will that be? The match was won by our team. The match was won by our team. By our team. So that becomes in the past tense, the passive voice. In the past tense, the passive changing. Very good. Shall we take another sentence now? Meera knitted these gloves. Meera knitted. Meera knitted these gloves. And that's the active voice. Active. Okay, now let us change to the past tense into the passive voice. These gloves were knitted by Meera. Okay? These gloves were knitted by Meera. These gloves were knitted by Meera, and that is in the passive voice in the present tense. Passive. Okay, now again, let us look at E past continuous tense. So the next what we are going to do is E past. Past continuous tense. We will do a couple of sentences to recall what we have done. Okay? Past continuous tense. Okay, let's do a sentence here. The first sentence I have here is the wind was blowing the clouds away. The wind was blowing the clouds away. That's the active voice. And when we change it, the clouds were being blown by the wind. The clouds were being blown by the wind, and that is in the past continuous tense. Okay, the wind. The wind was blowing, the wind was blowing the clouds away. And that's the active. Now we have to make it into passive. Change the passive in the past continuous tense. So the clouds were being, the clouds were being the clouds were being blown by the wind. By the wind. The clouds were being blown by the wind, and that is in the past continuous tense, and that is the passive voice. Okay. So in the past continuous we have the wind was blowing the clouds away. That active changing into past continuous. The clouds were being blown by the wind. Another sentence we will do. Second sentence. The postman was delivering letters. The postman was delivering. The postman was delivering the letters. That is the active. That is the active, okay? Now we have to change this into passive voice, and it should be in the past continuous tense. The letters were being delivered. The the letters were being the letters were being delivered by the postman, by the postman. And that is in the passive voice. Finally, we'll do one more sentence. Third one. Were the farmers sowing the seeds? Were the farmers sowing the seeds? The seeds, interrogative, and it is in the active voice. And finally, we are changing that into passive in the past continuous tense, and that is were the seeds being sown by the farmers? Were the seeds being sown by the farmers? Were the seeds being sown by the farmers? And that is the passive voice. Now let's look at the sentences that we had gone through. We are looking at two types. One, past tense, past continuous tense. In both these, changing from active to passive. Past tense, active to passive. The teacher punished all the pupils. Active. All the pupils were punished by the teacher. Passive. Our team won the match. That is active. The match was won by our team. Passive. Meera knitted these gloves. Active. These gloves were knitted by Meera. Passive. And now we go look at past continuous tense. The wind was blowing the clouds away. Active. The clouds were being blown by the wind. That is passive. The postman was delivering the letters. Active. The past continues. The letters were being delivered by the postman. Finally, were the farmers sowing the seeds? Active. Were the seeds being sown by the farmers? Passive.